The skies over Ukraine are rumbling once again. Russian fighter jets unleash massive Soviet-era bombs, FAB-500 and FAB-1500. But these aren't just old-school dumb bombs anymore. They've become precision-guided weapons. Fitted with modern guidance kits, these bombs now glide for dozens of kilometers, striking with pinpoint accuracy, often from outside the reach of Ukrainian air defenses. In Novoekonomicheskoe, Donetsk, 3 FAB-500 bombs equipped with UMPK guidance systems slammed into Ukrainian military positions reportedly hidden in repurposed civilian buildings. Soon after, a massive FAB-1500 hit reinforced air defense units in Dnipro, effectively crippling radar capabilities and forcing Ukrainian forces to reposition. 2 cities, 2 powerful explosions. One clear message: Russia is asserting air superiority and shifting the momentum of the war. But what's more troubling is the growing tendency of both sides to fight this war ever closer to civilians, blurring the line between battlefield and neighborhood. Novoekonomicheskoe, a tiny settlement once unknown to the world, is now a fierce battlefield. Ukrainian troops are holding the high ground, but relentless Russian air dominance is putting immense pressure on their defenses. Meanwhile, Dnipropetrovsk, a critical industrial hub, hasn't yet seen large-scale ground combat. Still, the scale of Russian airstrikes suggests it's being prepped for the next phase of offensive operations. Ukraine now faces a strategic dilemma. Hold on to these key logistical centers, or withdraw and risk losing vital supply lines. But Kyiv's decision to embed fighting units inside civilian areas has drawn criticism, even from some of its international supporters. Is this a desperate survival tactic, or a dangerous gamble that puts civilians in harm's way? One thing is clear: modern battlefields no longer have clear front lines. Cities, villages, and apartment blocks are now part of the war zone. Every strike leaves more than rubble. It leaves shattered lives. In Dnipro, over 17 civilians were killed in a single night, among them children who had just come home from school. Hundreds more were injured. Hospitals are overwhelmed. Blood and debris line the emergency halls. 19 schools damaged. 8 medical facilities destroyed. Dozens of homes flattened. For the people living here, there's nowhere safe. Not at home, not at school, not even on a train. Russia insists that Ukrainian forces are using civilians as human shields, placing military assets deep within residential neighborhoods. Ukraine denies this, calling it propaganda to justify indiscriminate bombing. On the ground, there's evidence that military positions are sometimes located near civilian areas, but under international law, even that doesn't justify blind strikes. Proportionality and civilian protection must still be upheld. Groups like Amnesty International have criticized both sides. But they also state clearly, most civilian deaths stem from the destructive power of Russian strikes. A common question is, why didn't civilians leave earlier? The truth is, many strikes come without warning. Promised evacuation corridors often fail, or worse, come under fire. Roads are blocked, infrastructure is broken, and for many elderly or vulnerable residents, leaving just isn't an option. For them, home is everything. Losing it means losing their identity. And to some, dying in their own home is better than surviving in a refugee camp. Russia claims all its targets are legitimate military objectives, and that these strikes are responses to Ukrainian attacks on Russian territory. But the international community sees it differently. The US, EU, and human rights groups are calling these bombings war crimes. There are growing calls for investigations and accountability. Behind every explosion, there's a growing demand for justice. In the rubble of Novoekonomicheskoe, in Dnipro's blood-streaked hospital corridors, one truth keeps echoing: civilians are the primary victims of modern war. They didn't choose this war. They don't carry weapons, but they pay the highest price. As long as bullets fly into cities and bombs rain down on homes, no amount of technology, no matter how precise, can protect humanity from heartbreak and destruction. And while Russia bears the weight of responsibility for its massive firepower, Ukraine, too, must face the consequences of embedding war inside neighborhoods. Civilians must never be the battlefield. Yet here we are, again, counting the innocent among the dead. This content is created solely for educational and informational purposes. It is intended to provide insights based on verified data, credible sources, and careful analysis. Our goal is to foster a deeper understanding of modern military technology and current events, not to promote or endorse any form of conflict, propaganda, or political agenda. We strictly oppose the spread of misinformation and hoaxes. Every piece of information presented has been carefully sourced from reliable, publicly available references. We encourage viewers to approach the topic with critical thinking and respect for all sides involved, maintaining a focus on knowledge sharing and open discussion. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates on military tech, global conflict, and defense strategies. This is Tapur Update, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp.